Alright, so the first step here, as I stated in the last video, is to be able to solve the cross. So for our purposes, we'll be solving the white cross. So the first thing you're going to do is to look for white edge pieces across the cube. So on mine, I see one there, one there, one there, and one there. Now, what you want to do is always hold the white face on the bottom. And this will just make things faster when you're solving in the future. So what you want to do is choose any edge piece. So we see that we have this edge piece here, so we might as well go for that one. What you want is for the edge piece to be in the top yellow layer. And you want the white to be facing up. And I'll talk about what happens if this isn't the case with the next couple edges. But since this is the case for this edge, what you do is you rotate the cube with U moves, so like that, and then rotate the cube until this white edge is connected with its corresponding piece. So when you've rotated the cube with U moves until these pieces correspond, and by that I mean that the orange corresponds with the orange piece here, and it's also a orange and white edge, what you're going to do is an F2. And what that does is it connects the white piece here, but it also maintains this connection here with the orange pieces. So this is your first cross piece. Now we're going to look for another piece. And here we see the white and green piece. So what we're going to do with that is the same thing. We're just going to do a U move and then rotate the cube, and do another U move and rotate the cube until you see that the edge piece, the green part of the edge, lines up with the green center. And again, you're just going to do an F2. And what you see here is we were able to get this cross piece in with the orange cross piece without screwing any of this up, which is really good. And now we see that we have this blue and white piece. So we're going to do the same thing, just rotate the cube until you see these line up, and then you're going to do the F2 again. So then, lastly, the last white piece we see, the last white edge piece we see is right here. And since it's already connected with the red here, you can just put the red in front and do an F prime, and that will give you this in order here. Okay, now sometimes you're not going to have the pieces line up. For example, this white and red piece is in the correct spot, but it's not in the correct orientation because the white is connected with the red, not the red connected with the red. So in order to fix this, what you're going to do is you're going to do an F prime, D, R prime, D prime, and that will solve that piece there. Now sometimes you'll have a piece in the right layer, but it's not in the correct orientation. Now for example, you have this red center here, and you have this red and white piece there, but if you rotated the front face like that, these wouldn't be connected. So you'll just do the algorithm that I just showed you, which is F prime, D, R prime, D prime, and that will solve that. Alright, now sometimes you'll have, again, this situation where the piece is flipped, and the white is connected with the red rather than the red connected with the red. And what you're going to do for this is just do an F2 to put it in this position, and then just do the algorithm that I showed you earlier, which is F prime, D, R prime, D prime. And that should solve that there. Now, sometimes you'll find that you'll have a piece in the wrong position. So for example, here we have the red piece connected with the green, when the red piece needs to be connected here. So what you'll do is an F2 to get this piece back in the top layer, and then you'll rotate it again, do a U, and then rotate the entire cube until these are connected, which in this case they are here. And then you'll just do an F2, which will put this in place. And you can also do this if this piece is oriented the incorrect way. So for example, if we just did what I just did with this piece, but in this case there would be a white piece here and a red piece there, you would just have to do the algorithm I showed you earlier, which would flip those two pieces so that these are all connected. So that's it on solving the cross. And if you have any extra questions about it, you can just contact me through my Cube Kids page.